Hey man, I got my key. Tell dude to back up. I got my key. Do they got a warrant to go on my car? Does that cover my car?
Yep, it does.
What's your name, fam?
Detective Shulman.
Who's up? Who's
You
on
want
you?
to see the warrant?
Yeah, I would like to.
You grab a copy of the warrant now.
What's your name, sir?
Deputy Thompson.
You got a badge number or something?
7126 payroll number.
You?
Investigator Beck.
Investigator Mahelich.
What's your name, sir? What's your name, sir?
Don't
Touch my stuff. What's your name?
camera on my face.
What's your name, sir? You don't want to answer?
What you doing, Amy?
I'm sorry. How y'all doing? I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to be rude to y'all.
I thought that was your car, but then I didn't know how to get in touch with you. Where you going?
All right.
Okay. Include all occupants, curtilage, vehicles parked on the curtilage, or streets associated with the occupants of this address. So it's on the property here, so that gives us right to search your car. They walked the dog around it, and the dog actually hit on the car. But there may have been some drugs at one time in there. I don't know, but he hit on it. That's why I want to get in there. Okay.
It's unlocked. You have my permission to go in there.
All right. Thank you. All right. We're set.
I'm on it. Good.
All right. Thanks.
Let's put it this way. They're giving musical chairs with you for the judge, as well as the district attorneys, because something's not right. And the case law is very specific on search warrants. They must be sworn to by affidavit. I knew something was wrong when I called the district attorney that's assigned to this now, Walworth County.
Right.
Yeah, it is Walworth.
Yeah.
I kind of feel sorry for her because she says, she says to me, Vince, the reason why I'm telling you to do a motion to compel is the same reason why I'm telling you, is I've got to make sure I get everything, and she doesn't want to be responsible for me saying I got everything when I don't. So what I'm saying to you is, I need you to bring me everything you have so I can copy it. I'm going to go through it, and then you're going to say, well, we're missing X, Y, and Z. And then I'm going to make a motion to compel X, Y, and Z, saying, hey, look, Judge, right now this is what I have.
Right.
I distinctly have this, but this is what I think exists, but I do not have. And if there is something else that I do not have, I want it.
But can I?
Because I don't think I have everything. Nor do I think you have everything.
I know I don't, and I explain it to you. But let me explain to you why Judge Fletcher. Look, my bond stayed at $15,000. They don't want me. It wasn't for me to get out on the streets. Judge Fletcher got her hands in on this. Look, October, I can play the court date. I record.
But you got to remember, Judge Fletcher, because I was a judge for 4 years.
Yeah.
Once it starts smelling, they get their hands out of it real quick.
Now, this one.
Because they don't want to be involved in this.
But let me speak.
Jude didn't want to be involved in this. I know, because I've litigated in Racine.
Now,
I know how these judges think. They don't get involved in this police officer bullshit. They'll back them. They'll cover the rest. They'll do what the Johnson family tells them to do. They'll do something else because it's incestuous. Racine is so incestuous. It's almost amazing how they work. Everybody knows everybody. I walk in there, James. They know who I am.
We're getting off track.
No, we're not. Because this is what I'm trying to say, Mike, is you got to understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a system.
No, we're getting far afield from the case and what we can do legally.
Well, right now what I know I need is what you have.
Okay, can I?
And a motion to compel.
Can I
Yes, hello.
Oh yeah, a question. I was gonna ask you. Okay, so the prosecutor saying all of a sudden they got all the discovery. Now, are you still gonna, regardless of what she say, you're still gonna file a motion to compel, correct?
If I get everything that she says, then what I'm going to do is give her a letter itemizing everything I got to make sure it's a clear understanding that that's all there is. Yes, I do a confirmation.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is, wouldn't it just make sense? Because I know they're playing games with the discovery. So, like, on court record, wouldn't it make sense just to go in front of the judge and be like, look here, they don't, because I know it's a discovery that she don't have. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay, what I'll do is this. I'll do a motion to compel, and in that motion, I'll include everything that she's given me, and I'll say if there's any further documentation, I want it. Okay.
So, right, I mean, I guess, like, I'm just trying to consult with you, bars, because, like I said, I done been in front of the judge, in front of the DA a few times, and they all the way up to the speedy trial where they gave me the list of the witness list and all that. So now they're saying like, okay, so you're saying,
James, why don't you let me handle this? I'll show you what I've done, and then if you've got some further ideas, we can discuss it and then move forward from there. So let's take it one step at a time.
Okay. Well, yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Take care.
And you want to know what's missing from the discovery?
Sure, but I would like you to write it down.
Okay.
You can tell me right now if you want.
Okay.
What's missing?
August 21st, 2015, recorded interview with Josh Golden.
Okay, recorded interview with Josh Golden. Okay.
It's August 21st because there's one right there. They interviewed him twice, and I just found out about that one. This August 21st, 2015 one.
Okay.
From my last attorney. April 23rd.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hello, Attorney Van Spada. James, my man.
Oh, man, I can't tell. I ain't even heard from you since.
Nothing to hear from you. Now we're going to be hearing from you all the time.
Let's see.
Let's have a seat. Okay, now we have to start getting to work.
Hey, excuse me. Attorney, you see him back there making that document? Hey, excuse me. Can I get some help, please? I need some help. No one has to give me any service.
They're working on it. I'm not.
What they working on?
They're looking for your file. The judge has your file.
The judge have it?
The judge has your file. She is in court right now, so they're trying to get it.
Well, so the judge got my complete file in court? See this? Excuse me. The judge got my whole file. I ain't got court or nothing. Oh, no. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Watch my documentary. Death at all. What were you doing with your damn file when you ain't got no court date? Right. Hey, excuse me. Can I ask you something?
They're working on what they.
No, I gotta. This got nothing to do with that. It's some other. So she got my complete discovery, everything.
I'm not involved. They're working on it.
What's your name? You don't want to give me your name? Hey, you smart. Don't get involved with this. This is why they don't got the document, because the judge in session, she got my entire file on the desk, and I'm like, I don't even got court. Why the judge got my entire file on the bench with her? They like, oh well, we can't find their officer. They really can't give me a straight up answer, right? So then after an hour wait or so, Amy come to the window and she says, well, we can't find it. We can't find the judge officer. And she got your order of special prosecutor form on the bench with her. We're going to email Walworth County and see if they can give me a copy, give us a copy. So sure enough, they come up with this documents.
All right, I gotta go. Dakota's here.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted you to get a little education.
Yeah, I gotcha. We gotta do the motion to compel before nothing flows that affects the case until we do that. That's
Now
the
look,
point.
okay, so look, they come up with this. Now look at this though. So this is the document that they gave me. Now, Wisconsin law says that 889.07, 889.08 says when I come down there to get a certified document, you got to present me with that document. You're the legal custodian of this document. What you need to get one facts from Walworth County for, right? So they send me this copy right here. Now look at this.
Oh, print it out.
Okay, file.
And the reason I have you print it out is I don't want to look over your shoulder.
Right. Okay. I'm used to not. I try to reserve paper. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I have all these machines for a reason.
Yeah. But I be trying to print stuff like, man, why ain't
I go
print?
through paper like you can't believe.
Yeah, I do too, and I try to start cutting back because my money funny. So I got to be real. There's 3 forms coming out.
That's all right.
Let me see what that is. Let me see.
Well, hold on 1 second. This is the appointment of special prosecutor.
Okay.
So they signed it on 8/19/16. They put the court seal on there.
All right. Okay. But the new DA is supposed to sign it and get it notarized, right? So just
let's take a look at what else we have.
okay. So when I leave, this is the one they give me right there, right? So when I leave, I contacted the DOA right away that day.
Right, because the new DA's got to do it.
Right? The DOA office in Madison.
Yes, I know.
Okay. So I contacted the DOA office and asked for a copy, and that's the lady that responded. November 30th, she sent me this copy. Now all of a sudden, it's notarized and signed by the new DA, the Haley's signature on it, right? Okay, so if you look at the day it was notarized and signed, it's November 29th, the actual day I went down there. So she'd have been in court representing the state without doing this, right? Okay, now on top of that, now this is my proof that they're down there fucking with this machine right here. Now, if I stamp something on November 19th or something on August 19th and then stamp something on August 23rd, the 19th stamp is going to be under the August 23rd stamp.
Well, hold on a second. Okay, we got the August 19th stamp.
And under it, you can't really tell. You have to look at this document right here to tell what date it is.
Well, this just says received August 23rd.
Yeah, by the DA office.
Yeah, this DA's office.
No, this is Racine County DA office right here.
Yeah, but the DA's office is different than the clerk's office.
I understand that, but what I'm trying to show you is the rule of physics. If this was stamped first, 19 would be the 23rd is supposed to be on top of the 19th stamp. You know what I'm saying? How is 19? How is it stamped on the 19th first, but it's on top of the August 23rd, right? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I just
Now,
don't know how significant it is.
Now, then, how did that stamp end up missing off of this one?
Well, I don't know, but I also will tell you that the strangest part is
They don't even state a statute of why.
on August 19th, she authorizes it, and then they wait till November before Haley takes over.
No, she's been in court twice. She's been in court 3
Yeah, I
times.
don't understand. That's not the way it's supposed to go.
I know. Now,
That's not the way it's supposed to go.
now look at this though.
She signs it, then they gotta send it to this person who says, I'll accept
And
it.
then none of the discovery I showed you on that list. They ain't got none.
Well, we're missing documents, so.
The alleged discovery, I guess, huh? The interview, the August 21st interview with Josh Golden, they don't have that in there. But I got the police report saying they did a video recorded interview with Josh Golden on August 21st. The recorded interview with Yvonne McNeil that Officer Brian Bantock stated that's not in there in the discovery. No chain of custody is missing. Everything that I showed you on that list, it's just the duplicates and stuff are already got. Search warrants missing.
Well, but the one thing you gotta understand, James, is she doesn't have it.
Well, who got it?
Well, that's a question, but we can't assume that she has it.
Well,
Now, somebody has it,
but that's what
but she doesn't. That's all I'm saying.
no,
Somebody has it,
we was
but
told,
she doesn't.
We was told that she had it though.
Well, that's what we're gonna find out. See what I mean?
So somebody had it, but she don't.
Well, unless it's gone.
Well, Yvonne McNeil said that she never did an audio recorded interview. She said the officer is lying. That's what she wrote on the 6-page sworn affidavit. Like, I never did an audio recorded interview. And so that's the reason why she came down there, and that's the reason why she wrote the 6-page affidavit. She was like, first of all, they raided my house during her boyfriend's lunch break between 12 and 1. But the warrant return said they raided at 2:15. She said they never gave her a warrant. She didn't even know a warrant existed. All this is inside the 6-page affidavit.
Did you receive information that the eBay seller report for Real Deal 2014 showed that between August 1st, 2014 and April 5th, 2015, they had sold $89,000 worth of pre-products on eBay?
That's right. The federal objective reports indicate that this is information that Cree said that they got from some third party. Cree promised to produce the records that would show this. We've seen such records. So it's double hearsay and no reliability.
So there's actually no basis for a hearsay objection in these proceedings because what governs these proceedings is Wisconsin Administrative Code, Chapter HA2.
On the eBay page, the information you had on that, how did you establish that Mr. Barker was the owner of the eBay identity that you were interested in?
That was a search warrant or subpoena written by, I believe, certified investigator Vandervest.
But that would have been the records of eBay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Those records clearly reflected Mr. Barker as owner of that eBay page, correct?
Yes, yes.
And this was the page through which items were being sold by his business enterprise. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that page was in fact advertised on the internet, like any other eBay page, right?
I have no idea about the advertising of the page, but it was easily accessible and found.
Right. I mean, if you're looking for free products, you could simply enter the search function and upload this page along with it.
Ms. Johnson, as an officer of the court, is indicating that all the discovery is available in a packet.
It wasn't available. We went through it.
Mr. Barker, please don't continue to interrupt me. You have two options. A, purchase it for $720, or in lieu of making that payment, she will make that discovery available to you either at her office or will make arrangements to have it brought to the Racine County Sheriff's Department where you can look at the discovery at your leisure to make sure everything is there without having to pay that $720 fee. It sounds to me like that's what you wish to do,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson, when can you arrange to have the discovery brought over? And I guess, is it electronic, in electronic form, paper form?
It's in paper form. It's in a large expandable.
Because I guess my concern would be that someone be there to make sure that pages now don't go missing from your expandable folder. And so someone would have to be designated to monitor Mr. Barker to make sure that pages don't disappear.
Excuse me. Can I address the court?
I can't imagine there's anything to address based on that, Mr. Barker. The fact is that someone will have to supervise to make sure that pages aren't destroyed or taken.
Yeah, I understand that, but I looked through the discovery. A lot of it is duplicate stuff that I already have.
I'm sure it is.
I don't need to spend $720 on discovery that I already have. I just need the things that I don't have.
Once you go through the discovery, Mr. Barker, you can tab what you claim you don't have.
I've done that.
And can pay for those pages.
I've done that. Me and Vince Bobbitt just did that at Walworth County. I wrote down what's in that folder that we don't have, and I also gave him a list of what is missing. You know what I mean?
There's nothing missing. Everything is in that folder. So what was in the folder that you don't have?
August 21st recorded interview between investigator Brian Van Sock, or however you say his name, and Joshua Golden. That's a recorded interview. I got the paper the report, but the interview don't match. The actual audio recorded interview is not in the discovery. In addition, alleged audio recorded interview between investigator Brian Van Zyk and Yvonne McNeil.
Investigator Van Zyk and who else?
Yvonne McNeil.
Yvonne
McNeil.
EVAN.
Yep.
And when is that dated?
According to him, the audio recorded on April 23rd, 2015. According to his report. Additionally, another audio video recorded interview between me and the Racine County Sheriff investigators that's not in the discovery. Also, the hard drive from my phone. Can I pull out my phone and give you a list of everything that's missing on record?
All right, let me ask you this, Ms. Johnson. In the discovery, is there an August 21st recorded interview between the investigator and the Joshua Golden?
I don't believe there.
Is there a April 23rd, 2015 audio recording between the investigator and an Evan McNeil?
No.
Is there an audio recording of the investigator with Mr. Barker?
No.
All right. What else, Mr. Barker, do you claim should be there that isn't there?
Okay, let me pull up the list.
Because you understand, these things that you are requesting don't exist. I can't order something that doesn't exist.
Well, I'm getting this information off supplementary reports. That's the only reason why I know they exist, because the officer wrote in his report that they exist. I got the police reports.
It is indicating they don't exist. What else do you think you are entitled to?
August 20. Okay. Consent to search forms from Yvonne McNeil. Your rights waiver forms from Yvonne McNeil.
Wait, stop.
Yes.
What was the first thing?
Consent to search form from Yvonne McNeil.
That's your girlfriend?
No, that's not my girlfriend. She's
Who's Yvonne McNeil?
Yvonne McNeil is her house, her vacant rental property was raided in connection to this case.
What's the address?
1143 Villa Street.
Is there a search warrant, Ms. Johnson, from 1143 Villa Street?
I would have to look through all of them. I don't recall that address offhand. I know Ms. McNeil has sent documents saying she didn't agree to her property being searched, so I believe that they have been searched, but all of the search warrants should be in the discovery.
Okay. So what else?
Let's see. You said consent to search. Okay. Your rights waiver form from Yvonne McNeil. George Malone consent to search form.
So basically, you are asking for the search warrant at 1143 Villa Street.
I have a copy of this. Well, I got multiple copies of the search warrant. I got them unsigned. I got it signed. Information on it's changed. When Yvonne came down here to request the warrant, it wasn't in. Well, me and my attorney Tony Young first requested the warrant. The clerk of court told us they didn't have it, and then all of a sudden.
What? Just tell me, with respect to 1143 Villa Street, what is it that you want?
What I want the all the information that the officers claim they have, because the significance of it is time and chain of custody. And so with that said, I got it's so many. Yvonne McNeil sit in a 6-page sworn affidavit stating that none of this ever happened, but the police report from Brian Van Zyk states that.
You already have copies of the search warrant, according to your own statement, from 1143 Villa Street. With specificity, Mr. Barker, what is it that you think is in that discovery that you don't have?
Exactly what I told you. The audio recording interview that.
There is no audio recording interview.
Well, the officer wrote it in his report that there is.
Okay, Ms. Johnson is stating that there is not an audio recording dated April 23rd, 2015 with Evan McNeil.
So she's saying Officer Brian Van Yacht lied in his report then?
She's not saying that. She is saying that audio recording doesn't exist. It's not in the discovery packet. You already have the search warrant at 1143 Villa Street.
Yes, but
So what else do you think you need that you don't have?
I need the records to Landmark Credit Union, to my Landmark Credit Union bank statements that they allegedly supposed to have, but that's never been submitted to discovery. I need the
Stop, Ms. Johnson. Are there records from Landmark Credit Union?
I don't recall offhand, there's quite a bit of discovery. That sounds like something that we do have, and it should have been in the entire packet.
Mr. Bobbitt, do you have in your discovery the records to Landmark Credit Union?
I don't think so. I mean, I will tell you that when you were doing the colloquy with Mr. Barker, there's a fairly extensive list of documents, whether real or perceived to him to be real to exist. So, as you can see, every time I try to interact with him to get a handle on this, it's very problematic.
Well, I'm having some issues myself, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand that.
well, you can make it
So,
seem how you want to,
Ms.
but
Johnson is indicating there may be records from Landmark Credit Union, and these are the Landmark Credit Union is your account, Mr. Barker?
yes,
All right.
still more.
What else?
Copy of the hard drive, well, unless they're going to return my property that they seized, which was my 27-inch Apple desktop computer, and also my Dell laptop computer, and also the surveillance footage from my
Take them one thing at a time.
Okay, all right, let me slow down for you then. My 27-inch Apple laptop computer,
What do you need off that computer?
the hard drive, or it returned so I can get information off of it.
On that, Ms. Johnson?
That would be something the Racine County Sheriff's Office would have possession of. It cannot be returned to the defendant while the case is still pending. He could examine it at the Sheriff's Office. If he has an expert who he wants to examine it, that can be done as well. It cannot currently be returned.
And is this something that Mr. Barker could look at himself?
If he was supervised, he could.
Pardon?
If he was supervised, yeah.
Okay.
My Dell laptop computer.
Is the Dell laptop computer also being held at the Racine County Sheriff's Department?
Yes.
And so again, as long as Mr. Barker is supervised, you have no objection to him looking at the information on that laptop?
Correct.
Okay. What else, Mr. Barker?
Copy of my Samsung Galaxy S5 phone records.
Are those printed out in part of discovery?
I don't recall seeing his phone records, but his phone would be at the Racine County Sheriff's Office and it could be examined as well.
Okay, what else?
The chain of custody for my LA View surveillance equipment. The department, wherever they allegedly sent it to or whatever, I need the chain of custodies for that, and also the video surveillance off of it.
Is the video surveillance part of the discovery?
It is not. That's also an item that the Racine County Sheriff's Office would have. The chain of custody would be described in the police reports. And similar to the other items, he would have to view that system at the Racine County Sheriff's Office.
All right, what else?
I would like to correct her. There is physical papers of chain of custody. I have saw them. When something's sent to the crime lab, there is a chain of custody when they get there.
It's noted in the reports, Mr.
It's not noted in the reports. That's the thing.
Mr. Bobbitt, do you have those reports in your discovery?
I do not believe I have those.
Is that something in a report that you could locate, Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
All right.
I would like to inspect the original search warrant records with and affidavits and returns with notary seals, which is the requirement by law. The search warrants that for instance, my house, 1412 West 6th Street, I was given 5 different warrants with 3 different issue dates. The house was rated on April 23rd, 2015. I got a warrant dated June 23rd, 15 to the same address, then one dated April 22nd, 2015. The clerk stamp filing time and information inside on the face of the warrant is changed. It's not in color of Wisconsin statutes 968.12. The judge's signature missing on the face of the warrant. I got a disc that got blank.
All I want is the address and the date, Mr. Barker. I need to hear your argument. What is the address of the warrant?
It's multiple warrants. It's 1412 West 6th Street. It's like 20-something different warrants allegedly in my discovery. I've never seen.
Mr. Bobbitt, do you have the warrants in your discovery for 1412 West 6th Street?
Not what he's looking for, Your Honor.
What is he looking for?
He wants to see the originals with the seals and the actual signatures. He disputes the dates and.
I think this was subject to one of our motions that we were going to be hearing today. Is that correct?
It is.
All right. So they may or may not even, I don't know. I don't know what the status is because that was part of a motion for suppression. And it seems to me like there were arguments on both sides that the court would have to hear. What else, Mr. Barker?
Oh yeah, the courts was supposed to bring forth the original records, but I haven't got the eBay records that allegedly states that I made $89,000 or $90,000 off selling eBay products that Counsel Kristen Chapman allegedly supposed to have submitted sometime in January, I believe January 24th or 5th, Mark Nielsen.
So you're looking for eBay records. Ms. Johnson, are those in the discovery?
Those are.
Mr. Bobbitt, are those documents that you have in your discovery?
I believe I have that.
All right, so Mr. Bobbitt can provide you with copies of those records. What else?
I want to continue to elaborate on those eBay records. The records that are eBay records that are in the discovery are dated in September. There's supposed to be some, they're dated September of 2015. There's supposed to be eBay records in my discovery dated before April 23rd, 2015. That allegedly came from Counsel Kristen Chapman. Those were never submitted to the discovery.
So again, Mr. Barker, I'm not sure what you are requesting. Mr. Bobbitt has eBay records in his file.
But they didn't come from eBay. They came from a website called TerraPeak, which is a third-party website. They didn't come directly from eBay as described inside 21 of the affidavit.
I don't even know what that means. Ms. Johnson, does the discovery package contain eBay records directly from eBay?
I'd have to look. I apologize, Your Honor. There's a private
State on record. State on record.
Okay, so those may or may not exist, but Mr. Bobbitt can certainly provide you with the eBay records he has. What else?
Your Honor, if I could just go in here, I can provide him with the records I have, but as you can see, he thinks there's records that exist that I don't have.
Okay, and
I can only give to him what I have, and that's why this complete pack.
I fully understand that.
The reason why I'm telling you to do a motion to compel is the same reason why I'm telling you, is I've got to make sure I get everything, and she doesn't want to be responsible for me saying I got everything when I don't. So what I'm saying to you is, I need you to bring me everything you have so I can copy it. I'm going to go through it, and then you're going to say, well, we're missing X, Y, and Z. And then I'm going to make a motion to compel X, Y, and Z, saying, hey, look, Judge, right now this is what I have.
All right.
I distinctly have this, but this is what I think exists, but I do not have. And if there is something else that I do not have, I want it.
But
because I don't think I have everything. Nor do I think you have everything.
I know I don't, and I explained to you.
Mr. Barker, believes that there may be records that don't exist anywhere. I understand that.
And I believe this because the police reports say they exist. That's the only reason. I'm not pulling this out of the air. I'm reading police reports, and they state we have these documents.
What else, Mr. Barker?
It's multiple police reports missing from the discovery.
Dated when?